Welcome to the Burrillville School Committee, February 20th, 2019. It's rescheduled from February 12th, 2019. 6:30 p.m. regular session, Burrillville High School Media Center, 425 East Avenue, Harrisville, Rhode Island. Members present, all with the exception of Ms. Carden, who is excused. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
With allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Recognition, having none this evening. Item 3, consent agenda. Approval of minutes, warrants and invoices, bids.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of our January 8th, 2019 regular meeting and the January 23rd, 2019 special meeting and dispense of the reading of the minutes.
Second.
Motion second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the warrants and invoices. Warrant number 7 for the month of January, dated February 12th, 2019. Grand total expenditures of $2,668,114.39. Also, bid to Security Concepts, Cranston, Rhode Island, the amount of $51,600 for the card access control upgrades. And also the bid to C&L Energy Corporation of Swansea, Massachusetts, in the amount of $121,500 for the Steer Farm Elementary Emergency Generator proposal.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Presentations by the public to the school committee. The review of the financial report by Kaya Kasha will be tabled until our next meeting in March. Till the March meeting.
I'm sorry, Mark, I didn't hear that.
Kasha Kaya will be tabled until our next meeting in March.
Okay.
Item 5, public comment. Anyone wishing to speak this evening? Hearing none. Item 6, personnel.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to accept the following resignation. Dennis Knoyer, custodian, Burrillville High School, effective February 7th, 2019.
Second.
Motion is second.
Second.
Don. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I wish him happy retirement. Mr. Chair, I make a motion to approve the following leave of absence. Lauren Dietrich, school psychologist, Steer Farm Elementary, Burrillville Middle School, on or about 4/22/19 through 6/30/19.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to accept the following appointment. Kyle Ivy Jones, behavior specialist, Burrillville Middle School, effective immediately.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to approve the athletic appointments as presented.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And Mr. Chair, I make a motion to accept the following resignation. Ian Urquhart, behavior specialist at Burrillville Middle School, effective immediately.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 7, old business. Fiscal year 19 BSD budget update.
Motion open.
Second?
Motion open to second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Barring any questions, I'll accept the motion to receive and file.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Fiscal year 19 rink budget update.
Motion receive and file. Motion open.
Second?
Motion open to second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Barring any questions, I'll accept the motion to receive and file.
So moved.
Have a motion
Second?
and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Policy 3509, graduation policy, revised second reading.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion that we approve Agenda Item 9C, which is SC 2-12-19, Burrillville High School Graduation Requirement Policy, and dispense of the second reading as amended.
Have a motion? And a second? Motion second, any discussion? Sylvia?
There's one thing that I'm still thinking about is when someone has a medical excuse for not doing gym class, needs to be something there said that where they can get these other credits. And I'd still like to see that in the policy. Or that they can, have it put in there that they could consult with their guidance teachers so they can get those credits somehow.
Sylvia, did you and Donison were part of this?
Yes.
Yes.
And so this question didn't get resolved when you
No.
wrote the policy?
If
Okay.
if I may, it is addressed under, I think it's page, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, page 5, under physical education, number 6. The way it reads is, under extenuating circumstances, the credit requirement for physical education may be waived for medical reasons.
But so it's going to be waived so they don't have the two credits?
They wouldn't need the 2 credits.
So they'll graduate with less credits than everyone else?
Right, I mean, I think it would be based on the extenuating circumstance. But generally speaking, if they're out for an extended medical reason, then yes.
Okay, all right. I didn't think of being out. I assumed that they would be in school and they could, make up those credits somewhere else.
I think it really would be a case-by-case basis, depending on what the medical reason is.
And if they were to take another course, they would receive credit for that
Correct.
course. Right, okay.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
P 3533, middle school promotion policy, revised second reading.
And Ann, may I amend my initial motion to reflect P 3509 as opposed to the way that I read that? I apologize. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we approve policy P 3533, second reading, and dispense of the said revised reading of those.
Second.
Motion second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item 8, superintendent's report.
Thank you, Chair Brazard. Just a few items in my report this month. I'm going to start with an update on our career and tech ed programs. On February 12th, we had our second advisory committee meeting of our CTE advisory board. One topic that we discussed were the next steps as we continue to promote our CTE programs here at the high school. So we have recently completed and publicly released our new CTE microsite, which is a website that is linked to our high school site that gives information about all of our approved CTE programs as well as application information. I want to thank Justin for his work to ensure that the site was properly developed and tied into our network. And next steps at the end of this month, Dr. Whaley and the CTE teacher leaders will be presenting to Woonsocket students. We're also working to set up a presentation to students at Burrillville Middle School and an open house for students and parents. So we're well on our way with our CTE plans and promoting our programs. Several next steps that will be taken over the next month or so. Next item, presentation on March 8th to formally unveil our unified banner. As you know, Burrillville High School has been named the National Banner Unified Champion School by Special Olympics. We're one of only 5 Rhode Island schools to receive this honor. And Advisor Charlene Walsh has been busy planning. Lots of support from students and school administration and community partners as well. They've really done some great work. That week has several activities planned. There's be a culminating event on Friday in Levy Rink. It's again on March 8th. Of course, school committee members are invited to attend. If you plan to attend, please let me know. Festivities start right at 12:30, and we're asking that if you are attending to arrive around noon, and all high school students and staff will be attending that as well. So some great festivities planned. Look forward to that on March 8th. And my final item there are a number of bills that were introduced to the General Assembly that are worth watching. There are 4 of these that I wanted to mention tonight, and would like the committee's input on whether we should support these bills or maybe some next steps to take. First one is House Bill number 5266. This bill amends the Career and Technical Education Program. It provides standards and curriculum, additional student opportunities, and provides tuition formulas and reimbursement rates that would be standardized. Next bill is House Bill number 5181. Authorizes school committee of a host district to appoint a designee to the board of directors of any public charter school. Basically, that would allow any school district, if a charter school is opening within your district, to appoint someone to the board of directors of that public charter school. House Bill number 5324 requires charter school populations to reflect the combined demographics of the sending districts. That's in terms of special education, English language learners, and students that are qualifying for free and reduced lunch. Again, that's specifically aimed at charter schools so that those charter schools will reflect similar demographics to the populations of students that are attending from those districts. And the last bill I wanted to mention was House Bill number 5370. That extends the reimbursement to a school district or municipality for the employment of a new hire school resource officer. Currently, that reimbursement is set for 3 years. The new bill will have language that eliminates the 3 years and just has it as an ongoing reimbursement. So just wanted to get some input from the committee. If you would like, I can draft a letter of support of these bills. I could provide you with additional information on those. Most of them are pretty much hot off the presses over the last few weeks. But if you'd like me to draft a letter of support for those with some additional information, I can certainly do that. And then we can forward that to the town council as well for their support, and then ultimately send that to the General Assembly.
Do you need that in the form of a motion? No?
No, I don't think I need that in the form of a motion. Yeah, I think I can just get a directive. That would be great.
Would you like us to sign it?
Yes. Yeah, either I think the chair can sign on behalf of the committee.
Okay. So if we could ask the superintendent to move forward with that initiative. Good.
I think so, yeah.
Excellent, thank you.
I agree with that.
Okay, I'll have that ready probably within the next week or so.
Great.
And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Anyone have any questions for the superintendent? Having none. Administrators' reports.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to receive and file with great thanks to the administration teams for putting these great reports together.
Second?
Have a motion, a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item 10, reports of school committee subcommittees. We'll start with Alex.
Awesome. Just pulling up my notes. So the BPAC subcommittee, the Burrillville Prevention Action Coalition, met last Wednesday, the 13th of February. Many new and exciting projects and initiatives were discussed, townwide and district-wide. I'm working with the grant coordinators to schedule a presentation for us at one of our upcoming meetings, just so they can speak to those projects and initiatives. I think they would do a better job than I would do, so I'm hoping to have them in here in April to tell you more about that. And then the Health and Wellness Subcommittee met a few weeks back. Our main presenter was Mr. Steve Lombardi. He presented on a program called Rad Kids. There's a lot of background info within the meeting minutes that I had provided. But really the program just teaches students how to keep themselves safe and healthy and how to treat others with respect and kindness. So Dr. Slito, Mark, myself, we are trying to partner with the rec department in town to get that program piloted, just to see if there is interest with families. So I will keep you all posted on next steps for that.
While we're on that, I'd like to thank Alex and our staff and the Health and Wellness Subcommittee for the work on the very successful Food Ambassador event. It was in conjunction with the Health and Wellness Committee, and it went very, very well. And thank you very much for your extra work on that. Anyone else with the subcommittee report? Mr. Allen?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the policy subcommittee did meet to discuss the graduation requirements and the middle school promotion And the minutes for that will be forthcoming. I neglected to get you the final copy of those to put in the packet.
They're revised.
They've been revised and you already have them?
Correct.
You already had it?
In
Yep.
this handout, if there.
That's what's, perfect. All right. I thought you needed a few more pieces from me that I didn't get to you,
I
but
gathered from others, all set.
that's what makes you awesome. Just a couple of other pieces. I attended the League of Cities and Towns annual meeting, and what a great opportunity that is if you have any interest in learning about the inner workings of government and civics. And one of the pieces that I had sat in on was cybersecurity, data protection, and things of that nature. Justin was there, some really good tips and some ideas, and a lot of other, Mr. Anderson was there as well. If you ever have a chance to go, I highly recommend it. I was at the meeting with our legislators, that was last week. We shared, or I shared with them the resolution for the state funding formula that we'll be looking at this evening, and a suggestion to them that they take a good look at that as well. And I piggybacked on that a little bit, and I think that we're sort of on the same page with the idea that the school choice issues that we have are I guess, punitive to the sending districts in some respects, that we don't have the ability to, if we have a program in-house, one of the CTE programs, where there's no mechanism that prevents the sending district for having any control over whether that student leaves the district. And I think that was something that the legislators had said, if there's anything that we can do as a committee, if we think it's important enough to present at the State House to them, maybe a formal piece of legislation. I don't know if there's anything in the works currently that we could piggyback on or even put our heads together to think about a little bit more, but I had mentioned that at that meeting as well. A couple of other quick ones. I want to shout out to Dr. Whaley, thanking him for setting up the Athletic Advisory Board. I think that's a great opportunity for us, and I think it headed off some controversy that I think we had that seems to be working, you know, so kudos to him. I do think that, and this may be a motion that we could entertain with respect to the capacity issues in the gym. I think that's one issue that kind of remains out there. I know the fire marshal has prevented students from being above the bleachers in that railing area as being a unsafe area, but we do have a limited capacity in the gym, and it may be something that maybe the Health and Safety Committee could look at as in conjunction with the fire marshal as an opportunity. I mean, I would recommend that maybe that you looked at, if you take that up, that might be something you could add to the agenda.
I'm just trying to think of timing, just because we won't meet until next quarter.
Well, it'd be something for next year. It wouldn't be something that would be handled this year in any case, but.
Mr. Chair, would you prefer health and wellness or safety subcommittee?
Oh, the safety, maybe the safety.
Safety.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And I
put
can
the two
attend as
together.
well. I just,
Well, I think
Doesn't
of you because you get the finger on the pulse of all that stuff, so.
no, whatever's easier.
And one other thing, I'd like to refer to the policy subcommittee. I'd like to make a motion that we refer to the policy subcommittee the policy of superintendent search. I think we all felt last year that we didn't have a codified set of rules that we were following, and a number of us had expressed some concern just about the process. And so I'd like to make a motion that we refer to the policy subcommittee the policy for a superintendent search. And I'd make that a motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second under discussion. Alex?
I will support the policy being looked into by the policy subcommittee. I would just like to say, still thank you to that process that was followed from last year and the subcommittee that had found Dr. Salito for us. I don't think that should be looked at in a negative light, because I think we found him, it's working out well. So I think the process still went well and went seamlessly. So I will vote for that to be looked into, but I think we should also thank the folks that had worked to find Dr. Salito.
Right. No harm done. I think we did get an excellent candidate. I don't want to ever suggest that I don't think we ended up with the right guy, because I think we did. But I think there was some confusion. Looking through the policy, we don't have a codified set of rules regarding superintendent search. So I just think from a simplicity perspective for next time, it just makes sense that as a committee, we have control over that process. And as it stands right now, we don't. So I'm making that a motion.
So my confusion is, I thought we did have a codified arrangement for superintendent search, and that we followed that
I
when we
think
did
there's
the
a
superintendent
a
search.
hiring policy that's a
Right.
general policy for all. It's not specific to superintendent or any other position.
Okay.
That's what I mean, I tried to scrutinize all of the policy that we had, and I think what was used was the hiring policy, which is a different animal. That's the one piece of it that's on our shoulders and should be, in my opinion, our responsibility. It is our responsibility. So in that sense, that was the only, there was just some confusion, I think, and we just want to sort of codify that. That's what I think we were looking to do, so.
Okay. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And
Thank you.
I think that's all I have. Thank you,
Okay,
Mr. Chairman.
Good, thank you. Item 11, correspondence, communications. I'd like to congratulate all the Austin T. Levy teachers, parents, administration for their amazing stories post on the RIDE website and on Channel 10, their initiatives and teamwork on the reimagining learning with the brand-new sensory paths. Story and photos can be seen at www.ride.gov/amazing. It was great.
I'd like to add something.
Yes,
It was fun.
it was fun, too. It was amazing. Anyone else? Alex?
Do we need a motion to receive and file the letter that we had received?
I don't.
Next item.
Did you?
I don't think so.
It's just in the packet, so I didn't know if we needed a formal motion to receive and file.
That's under item, it's under item 12.
Item 13?
Correspondence, item 11.
Is that what she's referring? 13?
Correspondence, right?
Correspondence, item 13, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
13
Can we put that?
It's up to the committee if you want to just file that or make a motion to receive and file.
Motion to receive and file is good, done.
Yeah.
Alex, you want to make a motion to receive and file, that's fine.
Motion to receive and file?
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
I'd ask that we do the same with the Smithfield School Committee resolution. It was also sent as correspondence.
Oh, excellent. I'll make a motion to receive and file as well, the notification from the town of Smithfield, which mirrors, I believe, our
Correct. Yep, our resolution.
our resolution as well. So moved.
Second?
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Item 12, new business. School committee resolution, state education funding formula. I'll accept the motion to
Yeah,
approve.
I'll make a motion to approve, yes, that's what I was just about to say.
I have a motion on the table
Second?
and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Sylvia, you can sign this at your earliest convenience.
I'll then forward that to the town council.
Great, thank you.
Yep.
2019, 2020 school calendar.
Motion open?
Second?
Motion open a second. Discussion?
There's two drafts in front of you, as you know, for the proposed school calendar for the 2019-20 school year. Draft one has a beginning date for staff on August 28th. Draft number two has a beginning date on August 26th. And the only difference in the calendars is the extended December break in draft number two, which allows for a full 2 weeks off for Christmas break into the new year. And the 2 days are added to the beginning of the year rather than the end of the year. Draft number two was overwhelmingly endorsed by the BTA.
I'm sorry, did you say it was endorsed by the teachers?
The Teachers Association,
So
correct.
that's what I was going to
Draft
ask.
number two.
I make a motion to approve draft number 2.
Second.
Second.
A motion a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Renewal of administrator contracts. You have a dated, you should have an updated one in your, at the table this evening.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve the administrative contract renewals as presented.
Second.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Next item, approve homeschool applications.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to approve as presented.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Surplus obsolete equipment. Approval. We forward that to the town council, I believe, right?
Yes,
We
once
would
it's approved.
surplus obsolete equipment to be forwarded to the town council.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Burrillville High School overnight field trip request.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to approve the overnight field trip request by Amanda Lemos to Spain.
I second.
Motion is second. Any discussion?
I just have a question on this. I noticed that some of the information wasn't given on this application. All of the information wasn't filled out yet.
I think that information, if I'm not mistaken, it's pending this information to be
It's
complete.
going to be pending.
What am I right on that?
Yes, this was sent in. It's the teacher's first time that she's doing an overnight trip, so the application was sent in, and then Ann actually sent it back, and they filled it out.
Okay.
Some
so-
additional information.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because there was some important information that was missing, so.
Yeah, no, it is all
Just wanted to make
complete.
sure.
Is this the same organization, the EF Tours, that runs? Okay.
Yep, that's correct.
And
Yeah.
this is Ms. Lemo's email is on the very back, you may not.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yep.
This is part of her response to my questioning.
Inquiry.
Okay?
EF Tours. Yeah, they do a good job.
Do they need it? Are they looking for chaperones?
I was just gonna say.
Because I volunteer.
You still have to pay your own way.
Right.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item 13, committee comments on agenda items. Terry?
I just would like to just say that, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but Kelly Canoia, who is the program director at one of the BEC, at BEC, her father passed away, so I just want to acknowledge that and send our condolences
Yeah.
to Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Having none. Item 14, pending issues. We have none before us this evening. Item 15,
Motion to adjourn.
all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight.
Thank you.